I choose you. No, I'm just kidding. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great week so far. I'm here to jump back into our fun series of Reddit relationship advice, where I read people's issues on Reddit and give them my unfiltered opinion. Most of the time, I'm telling you to break up. Okay, if you have to post it on Reddit, you're probably halfway there. But before we get into our first story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, babes. And let's hop on in. Okay, so for our first story, we have a 28-year-old female, caught my partner, a 27-year-old male, in a lie. Lies are what break friendships. They are the straw for the camel, okay? That is a quote that doesn't exist. And, and I think I'm just done. Okay, so we have my partner, a 27-year-old male, and I, a 28-year-old female, have been together for 2 years, living together for under 1 year. Okay? There have been some issues throughout our relationship. I find it incredibly difficult to get him to do anything around the house, from cleaning to tidying, etc. I have to ask him several times to do any cleaning, hoovering, etc. And it does often feel like I'm acting in a parent role rather than a partner role. This is why, side note, this is why I'm very much pro live together before you get engaged, or if you get engaged, live together. You really discover, even if you like stay over at a friend's place, not a friend's place, the person you're with, like your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner's place, even though you like might stay over there and it's like, oh, they basically live here, they don't actually live there. And when it's just the two of you living together in a space, you're going to find that things change. And you're going to need to find more compromise, right? I live alone, so if I let the dishes pile up a little bit, I usually don't. I'm usually pretty decent at that. It doesn't get too crazy. But like that's one thing. But the clothes, I be letting my clothes everywhere. I'm like, well, who's going to see it? It's just me that lives here, because I live by myself. But if I were to have a partner, I could see that being annoying, and I wouldn't want to do that intentionally, but I could see that being a bad habit that I have. And maybe it's the opposite for them. Maybe they always keep their clothes and they just put it in the hamper right away, or those kind of things. And maybe they're very bad at doing the dishes, right? So you find out what those quirks are, and you can start to see if the lifestyle compatibility can make sense. I think those things you can work through, but it's important to figure that stuff out. Okay. In parent role. He doesn't seem to want to take responsibility for his own actions or even step up in an adult partner role, right? And sometimes it's not the act itself, it's what it represents. So I hear that. He also tends to lie when caught in a bad situation to save his own back. Ew, that was nasty. Oh my God. Wow, that was chaotic. We don't like someone that like is a compulsive liar. You can't build a relationship on lies. I would just leave, but I'm not you, so let's continue. A few months ago, I saw an I've had this how the story always goes. A few months ago, I saw an OnlyFans notification on his phone when I went to put it in the charger. I asked him to show me the account and saw that while I had been sleeping in the next room, the night before he had created, I thought it said cheated. Okay. He had created an account and paid to subscribe to at least 4 different girls' accounts. There were 4 message threads on the account from these girls. This felt like a huge betrayal in my eyes. Yes, girl, in everybody's eyes. The eyes of the Lord, my eyes, your eyes, everybody's eyes. It's a betrayal. As we've consistently had issues with intimacy. I see. Sometimes it's people that have a corn addiction. I have to say corn. I don't know if I have to say, I'm not monetized yet. Sometimes struggle with that. Like they'll be so invested in this, but when they need to do it in real life, they have a hard time. I have to essentially beg him to come near me, and I see paying for OnlyFans content as way over the line. We moved past this, but definitely damaged my trust in him, as it should. And that probably goes to a deeper issue of him not feeling secure in himself. And maybe it's like performance related. That's why it seems like he's not interested in you. Regardless, it's not just, oh, I want to see naked women, because he could be doing both. The fact that he's not doing both tells me that there's something probably a little more psychological involved in it. And you shouldn't be there to find out. Hot take. Recently, my partner started a new job, which requires some overseas travel. He went on his... You sure? Does he actually have a job? Just asking. He went over to his first work trip last week. On the last night, there was an after party with a free bar. He took it way too far, got blackout drunk, his words, and lost his phone and his wallet. This alone was, I think, incredibly irresponsible, especially on a work trip and a new role where he's still on probation. Absolutely. You can't be that careless. He then started saying that on a yacht ride with a group of Italian women, you know what's extra crazy? People that are like compulsive liars like this, because he didn't have to like tell you the story about the girls on the yacht, but he did. I'm assuming this is going to lead to some kind of lie. Let's see if I'm right. He then started saying on a yacht ride with a group of Italian women, he thinks he was spiked. He told me, I don't believe it. We'll see if he's telling the truth. I want to believe people, but there's something that's making me believe. Oh, and she says the title, like, I caught him in a lie. I don't think she was referring to the lie earlier. I think this is the lie. He told me he went and got tested and it came back positive for GHB. Okay. Did you see the test? And that he reported it. I asked him when he got home if there was any proof of the testing, and he said no, but that he promised it happened. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Last night I found out that he was lying. Girl, leave. What the I found out he was lying about being spiked. Something didn't feel right, so I researched how GHB is testing for GHB is done, and then I asked him how they did his test. Long story short, he admitted to lying about the whole thing. And and he had to see the Italian woman. He probably told you they were like these hot Italian women, and one of them spiked. He had to. They can't help themselves. They get too caught up in their own story. They're like, I'm such a storyteller. I can't help but to tell it to the best of my abilities and stretch and exaggerate and lie. For some added context, I was spiked a few years ago. Oh, so that's extra jacked up. He knows this and knows that it was incredibly traumatic for me. Also, when I asked about whether anything happened or if he cheated, he said he didn't think so, but who knows what might have happened after he was spiked. The answer is yes. Girl, get tested. I feel utterly betrayed by this. Utterly. I can't believe you've done this. I feel like this is the last straw that broke the camel's back, and I just think I'm done with it all. And here's my problem. You said, I just think I'm done with it all. Girl, I need you to know. Would I be wrong for walking away? See, and this is where you lose me. I feel so like, dang, that's so jacked up. And then you want to ask a dumbass question like that. Should I walk away? I'm looking for attention, not another question. Walk away, Kelly Clarkson. Let's go. Our home is mine. Okay, even better. And we have no children or pets. Even better. Girl, it doesn't get better than this. Well, that's not true. It could get a lot better. Ideally, he wouldn't be a cheater and a liar. But you don't have any ties. You've only been together for 2 years, living together for 1. That's like, you haven't gotten that much involved. It's not that crazy. Like, it's a lot of time, but like in the grand scheme of things of life, it's not a lot of time, especially when you know you shouldn't be with this person. They betrayed your trust before. They lied to you a bunch of times, especially about something that like happened to you that was like traumatic and scary and like just disgustingly wrong. There's no question if you should walk away or leave. And you don't have kids and you don't have any pets. There's no question of like, who's going to take this? And you own the house. Girl, don't piss me off. Sorry, I know this post is a mess. So so's my brain right now. Any advice or thoughts would be greatly appreciated. One comment says, you have no kids and the house is yours. Please walk away. That's in all caps. I was saying walk away. Yeah, this is she better you saying bolt away. This is all the same girl. This isn't a question. There is no question. You're leaving. I'm not saying you should leave. I'm telling you you're leaving. Because someone got to take the reins. And if it's me, it's me. It's me, Miss Thoughts Up Doc. That's funny. Yeah. What's up, Doc? But you know what's not funny? This relationship. Next story. Okay, story number 2, our final story. I 21. Okay, story number 2. Story number 2. Our final story for today. We have I 21. Okay, final. Okay, story number 2, our final story for today. We have I, a 21-year-old female. No, I need to break up with my 44-year-old male boyfriend. Good, girl, because I know it too. This is Icy AIDS 7599. Okay, this is insane. We've been dating for almost a year. At least it wasn't 3 years. 4 years. If you know, you know. If you could do some arithmetic. Okay, at least it was 1 year. Maybe in the UK, maybe you could have went to the bar or something. Nasty. We've been dating for almost a year, and I have met all of his family colleagues. I feel like I glean a lot of wisdom, support, and emotional stability from being with him. Girl, you feel that way because you're 21. However, I believe that in the long run, he will benefit more from this huge age gap between us. Oh, really? That's me. I'm being actually kind of like rude and nasty. Usually for these situations, they get very enamored and wrapped up. And by they, I mean people that are very young with someone that is a lot older, right? It's this idea of being with a man and he seems so mature because he owns property. He has these things, maybe the way he carries himself in dresses, and it feels like he is some mature person. The question is he a person of character? And the answer is no, because any person of character would not be engaging with someone so young that hasn't actually experienced life, and knowing that they will always have this power dynamic, especially if they're able to provide funds for their lifestyle, knowing that they can dangle that as the carrot above them to get whatever they want and whenever they need it. That's just my opinion. What do I know? What do I know? I don't even have 100 subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. I believe that I will still have so much energy and passion for life while he prefers to stay in or he's under the ground. No, let me not say that. That's jacked up. That's jacked up. And help me, Lord. And the pressure to start a family will be sooner. My reasons for leaving are as follows: the age gap and what it entails. Everything from health to mindset differences and goals, right? Because the thing about it, while this works nice now, I mean, I also like men that are older, but I'm like in my early 30s. So like if I was with someone that was in their early 40s, that's a lot different in terms of like our lives being off a little bit. Like when I'm like being a little over a decade off at my age isn't as weird as you being 2 decades off, where it's like, yeah, you're comfortably in your 40s, you can still run around, do all these things, and they're in their 60s, right? They're a little more limited. When you're in your 50s, some people are living their best life in their 50s, right? The gap could become something a lot more detrimental, where he got to live his life in whatever way he wanted, and you might not be able to live yours to the fullest. I know I need to heal from the fact that I even accepted a relationship with someone that's much older than me. Clearly, I have things to work on. Yeah, therapy is a great thing. I need to build up for the first time in my life the confidence to be single. The first time in your life, you weren't dating at 8. Well, I hope not. Jeez. And some of y'all just, and this isn't me bashing her, and saying someone that like was there for a small moment. Don't be, trust me, being single is better than being with the wrong person significantly. Right? It's like, oh, am I happy being single? Like, no, but I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm like genuinely, I'm good. Because being with the wrong person is surely worse. I've been with the wrong person. It's worse. It's worse. And you're 21. You have so much. You have so much time, girl. I got one foot in the grave. I believe I am much too young for the stress of such a complex situation. I agree. I know that the age gap is not normal, and no matter how much people have tried to tell me that he must have manipulative ulterior motives, I personally do not feel them when we are together. Well, girl, that's how the manipulation works. I feel like he treated me with kindness and respect. Sure. Sure, I'm sure he did. He's getting things from you that are conditional. I shouldn't say this. It is presumed he's getting things from you that are conditional in this relationship because of your age. You need to look at the underlying reason of why he's doing it. It's giving grooming, even though you're of like a legal drinking age, of legal drinking age, like in the US. I really would appreciate advice in situation. Someone said you don't need to justify or rationalize it. You know what you need to do. I agree. You know it's wrong, and even though you say he treats you nice, there's something in you that knows inherently outside of people telling you. And you're fighting this, and I don't know what you were hoping to get off of posting this on Reddit, because you didn't even post it as a question. I don't want to be like flippant or rude with you. You obviously, this is something that's close to your heart, but you know the answer. You know that you shouldn't be with this man, and I encourage you to leave him expeditiously. Woo! All right, friends, and that's all for today. We had the highs and the lows, the lefts and the rights. We saw it all. Okay, and with that, enjoy the rest of your week, friends. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.